So, while I have been in dentures, I have got to try a bunch of different denture adhesive products. So, let's go over everything that I have tried and rate them one by one. First, we're going to start with the very first denture adhesive that I have ever used, and that is this Poligrip 12-hour gold tube. I would give this a 6 out of 10. I hate this stuff. But I'm going to rate it really high because it does work very, very well. It holds them in there very well. This is one of the strongest holds that I have been able to find personally, but removal is awful. It's terrible. It's like the worst. I don't want to say it's the worst. There's one in here that's actually worse. Same brand. But it's really bad. The goopiness that comes off of this is disgusting. Way worse than other brands. So 6 out of 10. Next up, we have another Poligrip, which is the worst Poligrip I have ever tried. So I got the free because it's free of zinc, no artificial colors or flavors, anything like that. I love, products like that. But this stuff is the grossest that I have ever tried. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. And that's being generous. This stuff did not hold very well at all. And then it was, oh my gosh, the goopy grossness that this stuff has, it's disgusting. And another thing is the application tube is it's huge. It pours out like so much product at once. I do not like that. So yeah, the stuff. Ugh. Next we have Fixodent gum care specifically. I really like this stuff, and I don't like glues at all. I really do not like glues, but I really like this stuff. It's not that bad. A lot of people say that it has a really weird taste. I did not notice a taste personally. And it holds really well. This stuff is like super glue, which can be kind of difficult when you're trying to remove them. But I use the smallest amount of this stuff, like put it on my finger and spread it across my denture, and it has worked wonderful for keeping them in there, especially my bottoms. I would definitely rate this like an 8 out of 10. The reason I wouldn't rate it higher than that is because it is still a goopy glue. It still is kind of gross to get off your gums. Definitely not as bad as Poligrip. But yeah, still kind of gross to get off your gums, but amazing hold. Next we have the Fixodent powder, and I'm going to rate this stuff a 7 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. I absolutely loved it for my tops. And if you are just using it for tops, then I would rate this a 9 out of 10. But when I used it on my bottoms, just this alone, my bottoms came loose within an hour. I think less than an hour. Very quickly. My bottoms came loose completely. But my top stayed in the entire time, and it was really good. And there's no goop when you take this stuff off. It just comes right off. If there's any powder left on your gums, you just brush it off. It comes off immediately. That is the biggest thing that I love about this stuff. But my bottoms did not hold well at all. Now, I have heard people say that if you combine the Fixodent powder and the Fixodent glue on the bottom, it holds really well. So, just another thing to consider. I'm still on the fence about Seabond, to be honest, because, what number would I put this at? Maybe a 6 out of 10. They don't hold amazing. They do hold pretty well, I will say that, and there's no mess when you take it off. They are these little strips. Let me show you guys. There's like the top strips, and you cut them to fit your denture, and then you just wet it and put it on there. And it's just like this little pad that stays on there. And then when you take it off, the pad comes right off with it, so there's nothing stuck to your gums, which is an amazing part of it. But this stuff just does not hold that well for me personally, so that's why I will rate it a little bit lower. Dentage gets an 8 out of 10. And I will tell you why it's not rated any higher. Because something in the ingredients, my gums did not agree with. And it made them a little bit sore. Also, the taste that stays with it the entire time. Like Cushion Grip, in my experience, there's a bit of a taste while it's curing, that cinnamon gum taste. But then it goes away. There's no taste after that. With the with the Dentage, it had that strong eucalyptus taste while it was curing, and then it has had a faint eucalyptus taste the entire time that I've had it in my mouth, so I don't like it for that reason. However, the way it holds is amazing. The way that Dentage and Cushion Grip work are very similar, so I like it still for that reason, but personally I wouldn't go with Dentage just because of the taste and the burning sensation that I had. I don't know what ingredient in it is doing that, but yeah, that's why I would give it an 8 out of 10. And finally, I saved the best for last. Cushion grip is a 10 out of 10 in my experience. I absolutely love this stuff. And like I've said a million times before, I'm not signed with them, nothing like that. I just absolutely love this stuff so much, and I will sing its praises forever, because this stuff has saved me while I had dentures and couldn't afford, or just to get a reline. Like I said before, you should get a reline, not just depend on this stuff. You're going to experience bone loss if you don't. But if you can't get in to get a reline, this stuff has been just a miracle worker for me. And I know a lot of people will be like, 10 out of 10, it doesn't even work. Unfortunately, for some people, it just does not work. I'm going to make a video on that, on a few theories that I have of why it doesn't work for some people. But when it does work, it works amazing. And like I said, I've heard so many other people say that too. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It sticks to the denture just like Dentach does. And I have not had any kind of issues with it at all. It has just been absolutely amazing. So definitely my number one favorite denture adhesive product is Cushion Grip. So yeah, my top 3: Cushion Grip, Fixodent, or excuse me, Dentach. See if we can get this right. Dentach, then Fixodent. So those are my top 3. Let me know what your top 3 are, and what your experience has been with all of these different denture adhesives. If you've used certain ones, if you haven't used certain ones, or if you use different ones, let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks.